said that I was going to be doing some edits on my main project, RRK, and working on Space Aladdin. And I think I said maybe a couple short stories. I believe that's what I said. Anyways. So, we're about halfway through the month of January at the time of this recording. So, it's really early. But I wanted to get this done because I don't think that a lot's gonna change between now and by the time you're seeing this video. Relatively. At the moment, I have got my main project, RRK, sent off to betas. I've got a really fuzzy jacket. I thought I might do some sounds with it during this video, just cause. Anyways, so I'm getting RRK sent off to betas right now. I've got one beta that's sent back some feedback for the first couple chapters, so I'm working on that right now. And waiting for others to get some feedback, kind of thing. As far as writing goes, right now I am working on a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. I don't know whether it's going to be a short story or a novella yet, in all honesty. At the time of this recording, I have yet to actually start writing this project, though I do have a good chunk of it planned right now. I'm hoping to get the first chapter or first part of it written during the rest of January through February. And hopefully get to the good part, the insane incident, by the end of February. I'm taking it slow with this project as there are still a few things that I'm sorting out as far as characters, character development, who they are, that kind of thing. Though that is going to be sorted out mainly through writing the characters, I think, and a lot of research, as they are different characters than I usually write. So, I'm going to be working on that Beauty and the Beast retelling. I'm going to be nicknaming it using an old name from an old project. I'm going to be nicknaming it Black, White, and Beastly, or BWB for short. Obviously, this isn't, I don't think it's much of a spoiler. Honestly, I'd be surprised if people guessed why it was called that in the first place, as it was a rather poor name was very rushed. I think it was one of the most rushed stories that I wrote, and I've never been happy with how it turned out. Even back then, I thought it was terrible. I thought most all of it was terrible. So I'm basically throwing it in the trash and redoing it completely. I don't know how much I'm going to share as far as details for this work in progress. I have no idea or goals in terms of the length of this story. I'm just going to let it unfold as it will and see what happens, as this is a one big experiment, really, as to what I'm doing in general with my writing, I guess. I almost want to say it's kind of a test run for Space Aladdin in some ways, but in others not really. So take that as you will. No, Black, White, and Beastly will not be a science fiction story. It will still be a fantasy story. It's not going to be science fiction, but in other ways it will be a test run for Space Aladdin. Otherwise, I am also working on book 2 of RRK. Slowly, very, very slowly, I am working on the first few chapters of RRK Book 2. I know I probably shouldn't be doing that while I am editing the first book, but here we are. So I think that's the main 3 projects that I'm working on right now. I'm still mulling over some potential projects or potential decisions for projects. There are still some little kinks I'm working out in Space Aladdin, despite having done that planning session, which you can see on my channel. I will link that planning session up here. I am still figuring out things for the rewrite of Magician's Souls as well. Yeah, there's a good other 3 projects that I'm mulling over in the back of my brain right now. So if we count all those, I've technically got 6 projects that I'm working on in some capacity. It just gives me a lot to switch back and forth and switch among, which is good